Day 1, the withdrawal. You wake up. Your hand goes for the phone. It's not there. You left it in another room, plugged in, face down. The absence is immediate, a phantom limb, a ghost buzz in your pocket. You lie in bed, staring at the ceiling. 10 seconds pass, a minute. Your brain, accustomed to a hit of novelty every few seconds, begins to itch. You think about the notifications you're missing, the likes, the messages, the infinite scroll waiting to swallow you. You get up. You make coffee without checking anything. Your hand reaches for your pocket twice before you remember. You sit at the table, coffee in hand, and there is nothing to look at. No screen, no feed, just the morning light on the wall. Boredom sets in like a fever. You pace, you pick up a book, read one sentence, put it down. You pick up the remote, turn the TV on, turn it off. The silence is loud. Your thumb taps the couch cushion, scrolling through nothing. By midday, you feel actual physical discomfort. Your chest is tight. Your mind races. What if something happened? What if someone needs me? What if the world is ending and I'm the last to know? You open the drawer where the phone is hidden. You stare at it. Your hand hovers over the screen. You can almost feel the dopamine hit waiting there, the relief of the red notification bubble. You close the drawer. You walk outside. The world is ordinary. Trees, sky, a bird on a wire. You stand there, hands empty, and for a moment, you feel nothing. No pleasure, no pain, just absence. Day 1 is not peace. It is withdrawal. It is your brain screaming for a hit that will not come.
1 week, the adjustment. By day 3, the tremors have stopped, mostly. You still catch yourself reaching for your pocket, still feel the phantom buzz, but the panic has softened. You start noticing things you had forgotten existed, the way light falls through a window at a certain hour, the texture of a wooden table, the sound of your own breathing. You finish a book, not a chapter, a whole book. Your attention span is still shaky. You reread paragraphs, drift off, come back, but you finish it. You feel something you haven't felt in years, satisfaction that did not come from a screen. You go for a walk without headphones. The city is loud, chaotic, but you don't try to block it out. You hear a child laugh, a bus brake, a conversation you are not part of. You feel present, not in a profound way, just here. You have a conversation with a friend, and for the first time, you do not glance at your phone. You listen. You hear the pause between her words, the weight of what she is not saying. At night, you lie in bed, and your mind does not race. You think about the day, what you did, what you saw, what you felt. You realize you have not thought about what you posted, who liked it, what you will post tomorrow. The silence is no longer deafening. It is just silence. Week 1 is not bliss. It is the fog lifting. It is the beginning of remembering what it feels like to be alone with yourself.
1 month, the rewiring. 30 days. You have stopped counting the days you have been without. The phone is still in the drawer, but you no longer hear it calling. Your attention has returned. You read for hours without checking anything. You can hold a thought from beginning to end without it being interrupted by an algorithm. You feel your mind stretching, strengthening, like a muscle that had atrophied. You start doing things you used to love. You draw, you write, you play music. Not to post, not to share, just to do. The pleasure is slower, quieter, but it lasts. It stays with you after you put the pencil down. You notice your emotions are steadier. You are less irritable, less anxious. The constant low-grade stress of being available, of being watched, of watching others, it has begun to fade. You feel your nervous system recalibrating. You go to a friend's house. No one asks for your Instagram. You talk about real things, work, fear, the future. You leave feeling full, not drained. You pick up the phone one night, curious.
You charged it a week ago. The screen lights up with hundreds of notifications. You look at the numbers, emails, messages, likes, and feel nothing. Not triumph, not disgust, just distance. You put it back in the drawer. You are not ready to go back. You are not sure you ever will be. Month 1 is not a finish line. It is a homecoming. You are returning to yourself.
1 year, the transformation. You did not plan to go this long. It started as a challenge. 1 day, then 1 week, then 1 month. Somewhere along the way, you stopped counting. You have changed, not in ways that can be photographed or posted. You are quieter now. You listen more. You are not bored. You are present. You have time now, time to think, to feel, to be. You have read more books in this year than in the 5 before. You have written letters. You have learned to cook, to garden, to sit in silence without needing to fill it. Your relationships are deeper. You call your mother. You visit your friends. You show up, not as a version of yourself curated for a screen, but as yourself, messy, uncertain, real. You pick up the phone again. It has been months since you last checked. The apps are still there, the notifications still waiting. You scroll through your old feed. It looks like a different world, the constant noise, the performative happiness, the endless argument. You feel a kind of sadness for the person who lived there. You do not delete the apps. You do not need to. They are tools now, not masters. You use the phone to call, to text, to navigate. When you are done, you set it down and do not think about it again. Your brain has rewired. The dopamine pathways that once demanded constant novelty have quieted. You find pleasure in slow things, a long walk, a deep conversation, a task done well. You have rediscovered what it feels like to be satisfied without being overstimulated. A year ago, you could not sit in silence for 5 minutes. Now silence is where you go to rest. You are no longer afraid of being alone with yourself. You have learned that the person you were avoiding was not so terrible. He was just waiting for you to stop scrolling. Outro, the quiet. If you take nothing else, remember this. You are not addicted to the phone. You are addicted to the feeling of being needed by it. The notification, the like, the message, these are not connections, they are echoes. You spent a year away and the world did not stop turning. Your friends are still there. The news still happens. Life continues, quieter, slower, richer. You do not need to quit forever. You only need to remember what it feels like to be alone with yourself, to hold a thought, to listen, to be present. So try it. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. See what fills the space. The silence is waiting. It is not empty. It is full of things you forgot you loved.
If you were born a tiger, life wouldn't match the majestic, powerful image people imagine. As a cub, you're blind, fragile, and utterly dependent on your mother for survival, while predators like leopards, bears, and even other tigers pose deadly threats. If you make it past that stage, adulthood brings its own struggles. Space is scarce, and every tiger must fiercely defend its large territory. Encounters with other males are violent battles, with no respectful gestures, only claws and blood, until one backs down or dies. Even mating provides no rest, as females chase you away immediately afterward.